Number 1. Roommate Killer. On August 29, 2019, in Glendale, Arizona, the police were called to a house near the intersection of 55th and Orangewood Avenues just before 8 p.m.
My next door neighbor, I don't know what happened, but there's blood everywhere. Did your neighbor say what happened? I don't know. I'm looking at him right now, and there's blood. Where is it coming from? I have no idea.
The call was made by a neighbor who heard someone screaming for help from the neighboring house. When the officers arrived at the scene, they found a man named Bradley Harshman, who was 43 years old, lying near the entrance of the house. He was unresponsive and had wounds on his chest that appeared to be caused by punctures. Bradley Harshman was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but sadly did not survive his injuries. The only other person inside the house was Bradley's roommate, a 35-year-old man named Brent Carvajal. Brent was taken into custody at the scene and brought to the police department for questioning. This is the recording of the interrogation of Brent Carvajal.
Hello. You Brent? Yeah? How you doing?
Not very good.
Not very good. Well, my name's Stephanie, okay? I work here with Glendale. I need to talk to you about some things, okay? I'm going to start just by getting your information to make sure I have it right. Is that okay? Can you spell your last name for me, Brent? Do you have a phone number?
I really don't know my number. I don't even know my phone, if I have a phone anymore.
Okay, that's okay. What kind of tattoos do you have?
Haley, Heather, my last name, and this is for my friend.
And that's your friend? Did they hurt?
Only this one.
Yeah, that's kind of a tender spot, huh? Where are you from?
Phoenix, Arizona.
You were born here? Yeah. Is your family here?
I'm all alone.
You're all alone?
But my family lives, I don't even know where they live.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Well, we're here, okay? Have they been treating you okay? Okay, good. I'm glad. If you have any questions for me while we're here, just feel free to ask, okay? But I kind of want to talk to you about what got us here. In order to do that, I have to read you your Miranda warnings, okay? Okay, so Brent, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand these rights? Yeah, okay. So where are you living right now? And how long have you been there?
A few months.
A few months?
I think.
The interview began as with any interrogation. The detective greeted Brent and read his Miranda rights, but shortly after, the detective didn't waste any time and dived straight into the details.
I'm sorry to hear that. Who do you live at your current apartment with? How many people live there?
2.
2?
Mario and Brent.
And Brent. Mario and Brent or Mario and Brad?
Bradley.
Bradley, okay. So it's you, Mario, and Bradley. Do you have your, do you all have your own rooms, or how is that set up?
We all have our own rooms, and we're not supposed to really be in each other's rooms or meddling with each other's stuff, but we're all supposed to be on our own.
Yeah. Okay.
I try to share.
That's very nice of you. How long has Mario lived there? Do you know?
3 years.
Okay. And then what about Bradley?
I don't know.
You don't know how long. Was he there when you moved in, or did he come after?
Before I moved in.
Okay. So you're the newest to the apartment? Okay. Do any of you work or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. What's your relationship like with your roommates? Do you guys get along?
I thought it was cool. I thought they liked me.
Okay. You say that like you don't think that anymore. Can you explain that?
Mario is a good guy.
Okay.
But Bradley, he he started turning crazy on me, and I didn't think he was racist, but I think he was.
Why do you think he was racist?
Because I don't know. His tats, his everything, and he kept calling me out of my name.
What would he say to you about your name?
Call me a spick, and like I noticed, like I kept noticing he was doing things like, and somehow he had monitors in the house, like bugs in the house, where like my friend Brett came over and we were talking. And he came back and he knew exactly what was going on. Like he had a recorder or something, a sound. The house is monitored. There's cameras in there. There's sound. They listen to everything in there.
Have you seen the cameras?
No,
or you just know they're there?
I know they're there because they'll sometimes talk to me. Like a voice will talk to me. Those windows are shatterproof.
Okay.
The house, the apartment is basically bulletproof. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
What do the voices say when they talk to you?
They're not in my head. There's actually an intercom in there that'll say stuff. Like
what do they say?
They'll just say real quick stuff.
Like what?
Like go to sleep. You should wake up. Like go brush your teeth. Like they'll just say simple things like that real quickly. I don't know who it is.
Okay. You mentioned earlier that you share some stuff, or like you try and be nice.
Cigarettes.
Okay.
I'm poor, but I shared so much
with Mario and Brad. Okay. So walk me through what happened today and why you're here.
It was building up for a couple of days. I kept telling, because he kept smoking meth in the other room.
Brad did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he would invite this guy over, and the guy was saying, Brad said you'll cover him. You need to pay us. You need to pay us.
Okay.
And they're like, it's up to $400 now. You're smoking, like Brad will, like he ordered an ounce or something, and he said, oh, I gave that to Brent. And like they were gaming on me, like you know what I mean? They're like, you better pay up or else. And then I said, don't let that fall in the house. And then I called the cops multiple times. I called crisis. I called the cops. I called everybody.
Okay.
I said, get this guy out of here. Plus, there's dope in the room. They didn't give two shits. Okay. So I told the cop, I said, if he comes at me, what are my rights? He goes, do what you have to do. I go, I'm serious. This guy's these people are trying to kill me. There's a hit on me. Like, someone put a hit on me.
Okay.
Brent mentions that he had been homeless for 5 years before moving into an apartment with 2 roommates, Mario and Bradley. They each have their own rooms, but Brent describes growing tension, especially with Bradley, who he believes may have become racist and was behaving erratically. Brent also expressed concerns about surveillance cameras and intercoms in their apartment, which he believes are being used to monitor them. The ultimate cause for the incident was Bradley's involvement in drug use, specifically methamphetamine, and Brent's fear that they were involved in illegal activities, including trying to extort money from him. Brent had contacted the authorities multiple times to report these concerns, but felt unsupported. He believed there was a hit on him.
They're stupid idiots that try to collect the bounty, and I'm not to be played with. Like, okay. I know exactly what I did, and so I said, voice, what is he doing in there? He says he's getting twacked the fuck out and he's mumbling about killing someone. And then all of a sudden he goes, and then I heard intruder alert. because he said, Brent, they said, Brent, watch your back, and like the monitor went off. Like this guy's coming at you with a knife, and he was banging on my door. He's like,
Brad was
banging on my door, and he said, if you don't come out, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Mario again. And then I heard Mario crying, and then I said, if I open this door, and I said, the lady said, he has something in his waist. The voice is a lady. He said,
that's from the monitors.
The monitors to it. Brent, don't open the door. Don't open the door. And then I heard Mario go to answer the door. I said, stay in there. He said, I'm staying put until one of you comes out. I said, if you dare threaten me, I'm gonna murk you. I said.
You said that to Brad?
Yeah, I said, do not enter my door. I will kill you.
Okay.
And I don't care if I go to jail for the rest of my life for this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I said, do not come in my door. I don't give a fuck. I'm sleeping. Quit bugging us. I said, go next door and go smoke some meth with the other people. This is supposed to be a clean house. And he said, oh, you want beef? Why are there cops outside? Because the cops were already there. He said there's cops outside. He goes, I'm killing you before you, as soon as you open the door. And then the voice said, stay in your room no matter what.
Okay.
And then he said he's gonna light this place. He was gonna smoke us out. Like he had a gas, and he was about to blow the doors open.
Okay.
This guy's nuts. Like, anyway, so I opened the door. He immediately started hitting me. I said, stop hitting me. He said these punches are I'm knocking you the fuck out. Then I'm gonna kill you like I did, like my family did your dad.
Where was he hitting you? Like on your body?
He hit me in the temple.
Okay.
He hit me 3 times, and I shut the door on him. I shut the door on him, and I think I broke his hand because his hand got caught in the door. He said,
in the door?
Yeah. So he said, will you please let go of my hand? And then when he opened up the door, he reached for his knife, and then that's when I got him.
Okay. When he reached for his knife, does he carry a knife normally?
No, he had it right here, and he would. I go, don't reach for it. He goes, where's your knife? I go, it's on the bed. He goes, I'm killing you right now.
Okay. What did his knife look like, Brent?
It was a black one like this, and it was a black one like this on his waist.
Was it like a straight blade, or was it folding? Could you describe it at all?
It happened too quick.
Okay.
He never got it. As soon as he reached for it, I got him.
Okay. And you carry a knife, is that correct? Okay. And what kind of knife do you carry?
It's a kitchen knife.
Okay. And what does it look like?
With a sheath on it, and it
What color is the sheath?
It's a clear sheath.
Oh, okay. Like kind of see-through?
Yeah.
Okay. How big is it?
That's like the blade.
The blade is that big? Where do you?
Regular. I bought it from Walmart for 89 cents.
Okay, and then where do you keep it?
Brent describes Bradley's erratic behavior, drug use, and threats made against him and their other roommate, Mario. Brent recounts an incident where Bradley was mumbling about killing someone and threatened to harm Mario. When Bradley banged on Brent's door and threatened to enter with a knife, Brent opened the door to confront him. A physical altercation ensued, during which Brent managed to trap Bradley's hand in the door. Bradley reached for the knife, and in fear for his life, Brent gained control of the weapon and used it to protect himself. Or at least that's what he's trying to convince the detective, who obviously doesn't fall for it, but keeps listening and giving him an affirming reaction in order to get more out of Brent. But everything changed when Brent opened up about the situation revealing that he carries a kitchen knife in a clear sheath, which he kept with him during this incident. He explains that he used this knife in self-defense when Bradley tried to attack him.
In my pocket.
In your pocket?
Because that hood's very dangerous.
Okay. So when you said he was reaching for the knife, was it already in your pocket? Your knife?
I had it on my left hand.
Oh, okay.
So because they said then they said there was a person in the other room with a gun.
And these are from the monitors?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were helping me.
Okay.
There was a Mexican guy in a red shirt.
Okay.
They were. They said once I get you, I'm gonna get Mario and everything. I said what? And then that's I poked him once, and I go, you better back off. And then that's when he went super crazy on me. I go, don't you realize what just happened? He said you hit too weak, like you barely tapped me. I go, dude, what are you talking about? You don't feel that? And then he goes, no. I go, what are you on? He goes, I'm on the best binge of my life. And I go, dude, you're gonna. And then he charged me again, and I have a hard head, but he was charging me, and he was trying to reach his thing. And that's when I got him again, and then he screamed for the gunner to come in. That's what the monitors were saying. Like there's someone in the room. Did you hear him scream for the gunner, or did the monitors tell you he was screaming for the gunner? Both. Okay. And he said they were gathering. Like, okay. There was no way, there was no escape. Okay. And so I poked him again. I said, you better fucking back off. He's like, he said, then he was screaming out gang language. Like, he goes, you know what this means? This, like, he was explaining his tats. He goes, okay. I'm a Nazi. So that's when I gave him a final puncture. Okay. And then I said, and then that's when he backed up. He goes, oh shit, you're stabbing me. I go, how high are you? Yeah. And then he started freaking out, and I said, I'm gonna call an ambulance for you. And that's when I called. I said, the ambulance, they never come out for me. 911 doesn't do shit for me. I'm sorry to say that. They wouldn't help me for 3 days when me and Mario were being harmed. And the guy just said, hey, I live here. Mm-hmm. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? Yeah. I told the cop, I'm going to end up killing someone. And I said, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Look, I've been abused all my life. I promise you. And I warned him so many times. And then as soon as it happened, I called my on-call staff. I go, it finally happened. You called, and Melinda, is that her name, your caseworker? So you take me back just a little bit. You said, so he was in the doorway, and you said that's when you had the knife in your left hand and you poked him. I opened the doorway, and he said, he just started shouting out like he was going to kill me. And if you guys... Did he say he was going to kill you? Yeah, okay. He said that once I get rid of you, Mario's next. Okay. And he said he's going to kill me like he did someone died in the apartment before. Oh, wow, okay. When you poked him the first time, you're saying you stabbed him with a knife, is that correct? Okay. And where on his body? Can you point on your body where? Here. Okay. And then I think around here, and then you're here. Okay. And then you referred to it as like the final puncture. Was that the one in the chest? Yeah, because I just went into a mode to where because my dad warned me people were after me, and then the girl next door, Kelly, told me, you better do something drastic because they're getting ready to fucking gut you and torture you. Like they're getting revved up to kill you, and everybody in the whole complex is and then there's a gang approaching to just come in there into the house and destroy me. And I promise you that's the truth.
Okay.
And Kelly's a good girl. She warned me all the time, and she shot one. She said, I don't know if she shot one of them, but she has a gun.
Okay.
And I tried so much, and she was don't worry. And see, you're gonna either have to do something real drastic, or you're about to die tonight. I said, what do you mean? She was, don't you hear on the news your whole family's being attacked?
And when did Kelly tell you this? Was that today?
Today, and I said, I'm going in my room. I said, tell everybody to just leave me alone. They go, no, as soon as you fall asleep, they're gonna break in. They're gonna or set the house on fire, or they don't give a fuck about any. She goes, you care about this place, Mario cares about this place, I care about this place, but no one else cares.
Okay.
And then she goes, you're either gonna have. She didn't egg me on. She gave me a warning that there's like, by the way, they're making torture. They're gonna torture you.
So, you think that you stabbed Brad 3 times? Or you don't know how many times?
Each stab was the first stab was a warning. I told him you better back off, and then I showed him the knife. He goes, you ain't got the guts, and he went into like. That's when he started going out. I go, are you fucking...
That's when he started punching you?
Again, like he wouldn't stop punching me. I was
so
like,
a second
time,
essentially, he started punching you again.
I fucking warned him.
Okay.
And then...
Were you trying to... What was your intent?
I wasn't trying to kill him. I went into defense mode.
Okay.
Like...
And this all happened in your room or in the hallway? Kind of explain to me better where it happened.
He broke in my room.
Okay. So when you first poked him as you used it...
There's blood spill in my room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I haven't been to the house. That's why I need you to kind of explain that.
There's blood spill in my room.
Okay.
If you... I'm gonna be sick.
Got him. Brent didn't know what to say. Brent claims that he initially poked Bradley with a knife as a defensive action, and Bradley continued to act aggressively, making threats against him and their other roommate, Mario. During the confrontation, Brent stabbed Bradley multiple times in self-defense. He described the location of the stabbings as being in the chest area. The altercation initially occurred in the hallway near Brent's room, but later moved into his room. Brent also tried to convince the detective that his actions were motivated by a perceived threat to his life and the warnings he had received from a neighbor named Kelly about imminent danger. Even though the detective doesn't believe him, she lets him dig up his own grave.
Do you need something to throw up in?
No, I can't believe that this is going on right now.
Okay. Take a breath, take your time.
If you look at any of the photos or whatever, the blood spill starts in my doorway and the corner of our room. There's no reason he should be going in the hallway on our side of the room, because he lives on the opposite side. Like we both told him to leave us alone, so there's no reason he should have been over there.
Okay.
And
so just so I have it straight, you and Mario are on kind of one side and Brad's on the other.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
And
okay.
that dude. he says he's military, but
Brad
says he's military, and they were talking about death all night. They're talking about kill. They think I'm dull, and they think Mario has Down syndrome.
Where's the knife? Where's your knife right now?
I have no idea.
You don't know what you did with it?
I just threw it in the room.
In your room?
Yeah.
So it should supposedly be in your room.
Should be
Okay.
there.
Okay. Did Brad end up like kind of in the living room or doorway somehow? Do you remember any of that?
He finally realized he was cut.
Okay.
And I said, I'm gonna call the ambulance for you. And then he started freaking out, and he said, Brett, do me a favor, never smoke again. Because he said he had a moment of clarity.
Oh, okay.
I said, how high are you? He goes, it's bad dope. Go get checked out. Because I don't feel good right now at all.
Do you smoke? Do you do drugs of any kind?
I try not to.
Okay.
As much as I can, but
What drugs? Do you use meth?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
other choice. I might still have some in my system.
When was the last time you smoked?
5 days ago, like
Okay.
4 days ago.
Have you slept since then? I just want to make sure you're okay.
I can't sleep when there's so much violence going on in my house.
Okay.
Like they
You're okay. Take your time.
I'm very scared right now.
Okay. You're allowed to be scared.
No one listened to my cries for help.
Okay.
If you please, this my number. How many times I called the police in the past week trying to get these people out of my house?
Okay. Did you and Brad have an issue over like a set of headphones or something? Did he let you borrow headphones?
Yeah, he was
that
like,
an issue?
he let me borrow the headphones just so he could fucking get me to open the door. That was it. He goes.
When did he let you borrow them?
He let me have them.
Okay, well, when was that?
A few nights ago, and then he's like, if you're gonna be a dick, I need those headphones back. And the monitor said, just give like they're saying we don't know what to do. Is he being charged for what is he thinking? And then I said, go away, and I'll open the door and throw them to you.
Okay.
And then he started kicking and pounding on my door. Like he goes, I'm gonna break in this door. And like he was for some reason trying to kill me very bad. Like I'm dead serious. It was either gonna be me or him. And
did he say that? What makes you say he was trying to kill you really bad?
For days he was saying, I'm going to kill you as soon as you fall asleep.
Okay. Have you guys had...
He's popped my bed. He's pissed on my clothes. He's fucking spit in my food. He's done everything.
Has it ever gotten like physical, like violence between you guys?
He's tried to swing on me.
Okay.
But I dodged it, or I told him, you don't want no problems with me. Keep hitting me, because. And then once Kelly told me that they beat down Mario every time I'm asleep, and then there's a Whitney girl that he beat the living shit out of. There's a girl named Whitney next door that he beat the living shit out of.
Brad beat the shit out of? Okay.
Over a microwave. Brad's not saying like.
How long ago was that?
This is fresh. Like
how many days?
I'm not sure.
Weeks, days?
Days.
Okay.
Like he's.
Okay, so when he was banging on your door, who else at that point do you think was in the house other than Brad? Or do you not know?
They were coming in, like people in red were coming in. That's the gang color, red.
And they were dressed in red? Did you see these people? Or were the monitors telling you?
Brad saw them in the backyard, and they flashed a pistol.
Brad did?
No, Brad saw a gang member in the backyard. He flashed a pistol on me.
Okay, who are you? Brett?
Brett.
Who is Brett?
Brett, from the ag team. She visited me, and she said, "By the way, they're after you."
So she was there with you? In your room?
No, in the living room.
In the living room.
Yeah.
And who is she with? I'm sorry.
Arizona ag team.
Okay, so she was in the living. Was this right before this all happened? Or like, I'm just trying to get like a better timeline. Does that make sense? So I understand what you're telling me.
Earlier today.
Earlier today. So like when it was still light out?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, if I told you I love you, will you come with me? She's like, fuck this place. She said, will you come with me you can live with me in my house.
And she told you there were people in red outside flashing a pistol?
Yeah, like.
Did you actually see these people?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw them too. And then I kept seeing people in red like all around. And then,
like how many people? Like big group?
It's a gang. Like
I know, but there's different sized gangs, buddy.
I don't know how big the gang is, but there was one of them, and there was two people, and then there was a few people.
Okay.
And they were like, "Who stole the dope?"
Brent expressed his fear that Bradley was trying to kill him and emphasized that he made numerous threats, urinated on his belongings, and even spat in his food in the past. Brent believed that there were gang members associated with Bradley in their house, wearing red clothing, which is a gang color to the gang named Bloods, originating from Los Angeles. He saw one of them in the backyard and they flashed a pistol at him. Brent also mentions a visit from someone named Brett from the ACT, Assertive Community Treatment Team, earlier in the day. According to Brent, Brett had warned him about the danger he was in and offered him a place to stay at her house.
Where's the dope? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, there's an ounce in your house. Like they're like, one of you owes us for the house, for the ounce. I said, Brad, what'd you do? You know what I mean?
Okay. And that's when you first confronted Brad?
He blamed it on me. He blamed it on me.
He told the gang people that it was you?
Yeah.
Okay. And he owed them money or something, or dope?
Dude,
it was all over money or dope?
Yeah, and the guy in handcuffs, they arrested some Mexican guy in handcuffs. He's the dope dealer. That
Not Mario.
Mario's innocent.
Okay.
He's a sweetie.
Okay.
There's a guy that was in handcuffs.
So that was earlier today?
His name's Jesus.
Okay. But the gang stuff, that was earlier today, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just in your room minding your own business when Brad came to the door, started banging on the door about the headphones?
I was literally falling asleep.
Okay. And you kind of were just in your room, minding your own business, falling asleep.
Yeah.
And you heard Brad banging on the door as if he was going to break in the door.
He was kicking it, banging on it.
Yelling about his headphones.
I'm like, all this over some headphones? You don't even have a phone, bro. You don't even have a CD player. Okay. It's not that serious. I said, I'm not going to answer the door until you calm down. And he was extremely high.
Okay. And then that's when the monitor started kind of telling you what was going on?
Either my phone, because my phone's, I'm sure it's tapped.
Okay. So either
it's the phone or the intercom. I don't know which one.
Okay. So they started telling you about what was going on with Brad, kind of like what they could see.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And they also shot out my windows, but like I said,
but they're bulletproof.
But the windows are pretty solid.
Thank God, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like I get food and he just throws it away. Like he's like F your food.
Okay.
He
Right. Okay, so Brad's banging on the door. He's trying to get your headphones. At some point, do you open the door or he breaks down the door?
He was picking the lock.
Okay.
And he kind of got it open. And then I said you just broke in. I said I told you I'm not playing with you.
So did you ever open the door or did he get into your room on his own?
He got into my room on his own.
Okay. And then you told him, dude, you're fucking breaking into my room.
Yeah, I said get back. I said stand back at your. I go, this is the final warning. I go, I'm not playing with you. He said, I'm not playing with you either, boy. And he started calling me all these fucking ignorant.
At that point, did you have the knife in your hand?
You were
ready. Okay.
I was ready. Like,
all right.
At least I'm not dead.
Okay.
God bless his soul, but.
And then he started punching you in the head?
He immediately went in, and he immediately went in as soon as he can.
And started punching you in the head. But you didn't stab him yet, right?
He punched me like 4 times. I go, okay, you proved your point. Back off now. Okay. And then some said, Brent, you're gonna take this from him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, there's people in the room that as soon as you get knocked out, they're gonna pour acid on you.
Okay.
And then that's what the voices said.
Okay, and you were like, I'm not gonna take this. Is that right?
They said it's you or him, and they said the cops were already in the house. Okay. And they let it go on.
Okay, so the voices and intercoms said, "Hey, Brent, it's either you or him." And what did you think? You said, "Did you think it's him, or did you think what did you think in that moment?"
I'm not gonna die.
Okay. And then what did you do next?
The cop was already in the house, and they said a fight's breaking out, and I said, then break us up. They go no.
Okay.
They said we're not breaking this up. You guys. They go. I don't know. They should have broke it up.
Yeah.
But
they didn't. So then what did you do next? What was your next action? Is that when he got his hand caught in the door? Or
you're asking weird questions. I'm just going to tell you flat out. He broke in my room. Okay. He started swinging on me, so I stabbed him. I warned him many fucking times.
Okay.
Like you keep trying to ask many questions.
We're just trying to get the timeline right so that we understand. That's
check
all.
The cameras.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
You keep trying to work a time. I don't know if it was 7 a.m. or 2:30. I was tired.
Okay. All right. Are you good? Do you need more water? I'm going to step out for a second.
I'm not good at all.
Okay, well, you'll be okay while I step out just for a second?
Can I have anything to eat?
I can see what they have downstairs. I'm not too sure, but I can look into it for you, okay? I know we can get you more water if you need it.
Can I request one thing? Can I go, wherever I go, can I go into the psych ward? Because I'm SMI.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, okay? Just give me 1 minute. Here's this if you feel like you're getting sick, okay?
Hey.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve to die.
Okay.
And I'm sorry about this.
Okay. All right, Brent, just give me a couple minutes, okay? I'll be right back. If you're comfortable like that, that's fine by me. What medications are you on?
I need gabapentin and Risperdal, and I need something to calm. I'm in a extreme amount of pain, like caused by stress, and I get jumped a lot.
Okay, you said that your SMI, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what of those prescriptions are for your SMI?
Gabapentin 803 times a day.
Okay, when was the last time you took that?
This morning.
Okay, and do you take it like morning, afternoon, night?
Yeah.
Did you miss a dose today?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right. So just those two are your only prescription: the Risperdal and the gabapentin.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And I usually my doctor doesn't like me at all.
Okay.
I keep saying I need something for extreme stress, like.
Okay. But those are the only two that you're on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Hey, ready to go back down?
It's evident that Brent's mental health is a concern in this conversation. His narration appears disjointed and somewhat childlike, like a tired 6-year-old trying to explain something. The detective seems to acknowledge this and wisely decides not to press too hard, eventually leaving the room. On September 7th, 2021, Brent Carvajal was found guilty of manslaughter and subsequently received a prison sentence of 10 years and 6 months. He is presently serving his term at the Leama Correctional Center in Arizona. As tragic as this incident was, unfortunately, this is not the only case that leaves us questioning humanity. Number 2. Mother kills newborn. On April 5, 2019, Shania Pratt dialed 911 upon discovering her daughter was in an unresponsive state. Responding officers administered CPR, and the young girl was swiftly transported to Children's Hospital, where she tragically passed away. Authorities determined that the fentanyl found in the child's system was a quantity potent enough to be fatal, even for a large animal. During the investigation, Pratt informed law enforcement that she was unaware of how the drug had entered her daughter's sippy cup. Is she lying, or is she telling the truth? Let's find out.
Where did she fall asleep in her bedroom?
She came and got up on the couch with me.
Mm-hmm. And you guys took a nap?
We barely fell asleep. By the time I was actually, dozing off, Miss Vernon was knocking at the door.
Okay, and at that time you put her in her bedroom or left her on the couch?
At this time, I had picked her up because she was laying with me on the couch. I'm not sure if she was on top of me or beside me at that point.
Yeah.
I picked her up and I laid her on the couch, and I opened the door and I came to get her off the couch and I put her in her bed.
Okay. Did she eat or drink anything?
My boyfriend told me he made fish sticks and I want to say like French fries or something.
Okay. Now, that was earlier in the day when you guys got back. Did she eat or drink anything?
No, she didn't eat or drink anything. She had left her. He said she didn't want her sippy cup before they walked out the door to come and get me. So he left the sippy cup there.
Which sippy cup was that?
To my knowledge, it should have been the pink one.
The pink sippy cup?
Mm-hmm.
And where was that located?
I'm not even not sure. I wasn't there.
Did he have that or did she have it?
It was left.
It was left there.
She didn't want it on the way out the door.
Okay. When you say on the way out the door, you mean?
When they left to come and get me from school.
Okay, when you came back, did she, that pink sippy cup, do you remember
I
what
didn't
it
even
was?
see the sippy cup.
Did you give her the sippy cup at all?
I didn't see the sippy cup.
Okay. Do you remember it being in her bedroom, that sippy cup?
I think I might have found the sippy cup on the way to, I'm not sure. I just remember, I believe, putting the sippy cup in her bed with her.
Okay. Did you put anything in the sippy cup?
No, there was a red liquid in it, and I know we had Huggies.
Yeah, I remember seeing some Huggies in there.
To be more specific, Happy Drink Huggies.
Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you, when you were living, I'm just going to show you the picture. This is, is this the same sippy cup you're thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you have put liquid in there earlier in the day?
Yes.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that the same sippy cup that you put the liquid in? Was it before you went to school, when you got home from school, or?
I put a different juice drink in there, and she had a complete fit, and she didn't drink it.
Okay.
So how the red liquid got in, he changed her sippy cup when he fed her.
Okay.
He said she drank a little bit and threw it.
Okay. Out of that sippy cup?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you lived at that address, did you get anything delivered in the mail from overseas?
I had just ordered her entire room from Walmart. I don't know if that came from overseas or not.
Well, Walmart won it. I'm saying, like, did you order anything that maybe that might not have, that might have been out of the ordinary? Any type of anything from a different country?
No, my mother purchased the baby gate that was in her room.
Okay.
I believe she purchased that from Walmart also.
There would be no reason like you would get any packages, say, from China or from Japan or anything like that?
Like directly from them?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. But to your knowledge, you...
I ordered everything from Walmart.
Okay. So just to be clear, the stuff that was in that sippy cup, you did put in or you did not?
I did not.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any idea? Well, I'm just gonna be blunt to you. Your child died from fentanyl poisoning.
So why did CYF tell me hypoxic cardiac arrest?
There weren't lab results then. So I'm going to explain this to you, okay? In that sippy cup was fentanyl. In her blood was fentanyl. We just got these results back. It's the same type of fentanyl that people are overdosing every day in Pittsburgh and dying from. Same exact type. Okay. So I need to know how the fentanyl got in the sippy cup. Because right now it's not an accident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so scientifically, it's impossible for your daughter to put fentanyl in a sippy cup. Okay. Physically, it's impossible for her to do. Scientifically, that's another story. But right now, that's how she died.
Shania Pratt was questioned about the events leading up to her daughter's death. She mentioned that her boyfriend had prepared fish sticks and French fries for her child earlier in the day, but the child had not consumed any food or drinks. Pratt explained that her daughter didn't want her sippy cup before they left to pick her up from school, so the cup was left behind. Upon returning home from school, Pratt couldn't confirm whether her daughter had the same sippy cup or if she put any liquid in it. She vaguely recalled seeing a red liquid in the cup. When asked if she had put anything in the sippy cup, Pratt initially denied it but later mentioned that her boyfriend had changed the cup's contents when feeding their daughter. The investigators then confronted Pratt with the information that her daughter had died from fentanyl poisoning, which was found in the sippy cup in her bloodstream. Pratt expressed surprise and stated that she didn't know how fentanyl ended up in the cup. The detectives emphasized the seriousness of the situation, indicating that it was not an accident.
It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't any other reason other than she overdosed on fentanyl, which is the same fentanyl that people in the streets are dying on every single day. How'd the fentanyl get in the sippy cup, Shania?
Just straight fentanyl?
Yeah.
So what is it, like a liquid,
I'm not a scientist. It comes in a liquid form, it comes in a powder form. I'm not exactly sure, but what I am sure of is that fentanyl was put in a sippy cup and there was liquid mixed into it and it was given to Charlotte and that's how she died. So I need to know how that got in there.
I have no knowledge to how fentanyl got in my daughter's sippy cup.
Okay. Because you realize right now this investigation is taking a whole different turn.
Yeah, clearly.
And when someone gives someone something and they die from it, it's a homicide. She was poisoned intentionally.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I've been making complaints to my rent office because I've been smelling a funny smell in my house several times returning back to my house.
This is since you've moved, or
No, this is living in apartment number 5.
this is where you used to live? you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that still wouldn't explain how it got in the sippy cup.
Well, I'm just as clueless as you are. So are you implicating that I put fentanyl in my child's sippy cup?
No, but based on this timeline, I mean, there's only 2 people that could have put fentanyl in the sippy cup. Based on what you just told me about 10 minutes ago. And based on the whole timeline of that day. I need to know how it got in there. Because this investigation is not going away.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I returned to my house from being picked up from school, and I did nothing out of the usual.
Okay.
We took our stuff off, and she ran around and played, and I'm waiting for my social worker to come.
Okay. Do you get fentanyl delivered from China?
I don't know anything about fentanyl.
Okay. Did you ever put anything in her sippy cup other than Huggy
No.
juice?
She's drank water, she's drank milk, she's drank Kool-Aid, liquids.
But have you ever put anything in there?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Other than,
I mean, because some parents will give their kids a little bit of, Benadryl or something like that, so they can.
no, that doesn't go in a sippy cup because it's supposed to be measured out, and Benadryl's not supposed to be drank. Tylenol's not supposed to be drank over a specific amount of hours. It's supposed to be 1 dose, and that's it.
Right, I agree with you. But parents.
I'm not one of those people
Okay.
or parents.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. And it wouldn't be the first time, okay? I'm just asking. But we have a problem right now. Is that safe to say that there's a problem? I mean, I have to figure out how this got in there because your baby can't tell me. Is there a reason someone would want to do that? Is there a reason why fentanyl would be in a sippy cup?
No, there's not. And no, there's not a reason anybody would want to.
The amount of fentanyl that was in her system was extremely high. Okay? It was very high. And that's essentially when she drank the sippy cup, whenever she picked that sippy cup off the bed, it was absorbed very quickly, and once she swallowed it, she didn't have much time to survive.
That's not possible because I didn't physically see her with her sippy cup, and we were at home. I was with her. I can't tell you the exact time frame, but when I got home, because I went to the welfare office a little bit as soon as I left school, there's no possible way.
Well, that sippy cup I showed you that picture of, that's the sippy cup that had it in it. Okay. I'm going to step out for a little bit, let you think about this.
There's nothing to think about.
Okay, well, I need to step out anyway. All right. But that's why I brought you here, was to tell you exactly what happened and what we found. And, I mean, it wasn't really me, but it was, scientists and, people at the lab that discovered all this, medical examiners, doctors.
Okay, so am I under arrest?
No.
Are there any more questions?
I just want to know how it got in there. That's the big question.
I don't know how it got in there.
Pratt seems not to be shaken too much about the fact that her daughter is dead. She asked the detectives if she was under arrest, and she wanted to leave, but even though the detective told her that she was not under arrest, Pratt stayed and did not leave.
This is news to me like it's news to you.
If you had to guess how it got in there, is there any way, any guess you could have?
A manufacturing issue with the happy drinks?
So you think it could have been the Huggy?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, I took a sip of those Huggies, and it didn't really have a pleasing taste to it.
We tested the Huggies.
Mm.
No fentanyl.
So what are you implying?
I'm asking. I'm just asking straight up how it got in there.
And I'm telling you straight up, I have no clue how it got in there.
No clue. Is this something your boyfriend would have done?
He has kids of his own. Why would he hurt my child?
Well, did anyone else have access to the apartment?
Maintenance people, the people who run the place.
So other than the maintenance people and people that run the place, the only person that has access to it is you and Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Was any maintenance people in there recently?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know? Was anyone in your house that uses heroin?
I wouldn't know what people's personal drugs they use.
But to your knowledge,
No.
did you have any people in your house that use heroin?
No.
Do you use heroin?
No.
Does your boyfriend use heroin?
No.
Other than smoking weed, do you do any other drugs?
No.
All right. Well, it's my job to find out how this got in there. Okay, at this point. And this isn't going to go away. This investigation is not going away until I find out. Okay.
When you find out, you let me know.
I definitely will.
Any further questions?
You already told me she was acting fine. She wasn't sick. You guys got home, you take a nap, you fall asleep together on the couch. social or the Urban League lady comes, you take her into her bedroom. She falls asleep in there, Urban lady leaves.
She was asleep before I put her
Oh, she
in
was still
bed.
asleep. She stayed asleep, Urban lady left. And you went to check on her, and that's when you found she was unresponsive. And there was that pink sippy cup on her bed. And you called 911. Police showed up first, and then the medics. Correct?
I don't know who showed up first, honestly.
Okay. I really want to know why your baby had that large amount of fentanyl in her.
I would too.
I mean, it was enough to kill a very large animal.
There's no way my daughter could have got into any type of fentanyl.
I agree with you. I agree. I think someone, just like a bartender, mixes up a drink, put it in that sippy cup. It's the only possible way it could have got in there.
Is there any more questions, officer, detective?
Do you agree with me?
I'm not agreeing because who would do that to a child?
That's a
There's no possible way any
really
of
messed
that
up
could have
person. Really messed up person would do that.
There's no possible way.
Well, got in there somehow. And the amount of fentanyl she had could have killed probably 2 horses that was in her system. Okay.
Any more questions?
No.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Can I go?
Sure.
Pratt was very unlikable and uncooperative during the interrogation. Detectives asked her about her boyfriend's involvement, but she defended him, stating that he had no reason to harm her. Pratt denied any knowledge of heroin use by anyone in her home, including herself and her boyfriend. Detectives emphasized their commitment to finding out how the fentanyl ended up in the sippy cup and expressed concern over the large amount of the substance found in her daughter's system. The conversation ended with Pratt agreeing with the detective's assessment that someone with malicious intent could have tampered with the drink, but she reiterated her ignorance regarding the incident and expressed her desire to uncover the truth. Pratt was not under arrest at this point in the investigation. Shania Pratt was eventually found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in connection with the tragic death of her 17-month-old daughter, Charlotte Napper. As a result of her conviction, she has been sentenced to serve a maximum of 10 years in prison. It was discovered that Charlotte's sippy cup contained traces of fentanyl, and the quantity found in her system was lethal even for a large animal. If you want to watch more of these shocking interrogations, please subscribe to our channel.